Today I'm looking at the FY21AP from FIU Technology in China. Now there's the URL of their website. You can go to that and find out more information about this clever little device that comes in this lovely blue plastic box, cardboard box, sorry. But what I've done is I've laid the bits out here on this board so you can see them and you can see how they connect together. So basically we have a normal radio control receiver here, as you'd expect, and here is the heart of the system, which is the FY21AP automatic stability system and autopilot. So what this does here is it has a number of little things like accelerometers and gyros in there, and it connects between your receiver and the servo. So here's your receiver, all the leads for your normal aileron, elevator and rudder go off to this box, and then they go off from that box to the servos. So when the model is flying, this little box detects movements in roll, pitch and yaw, and automatically provides corrective inputs to the servo so that the aircraft flies straight and level, even in quite severe turbulence. And even if we have a model like the Hobby King FPV EPP model, which tends to be rather neutrally stable in roll, when I tested the FPV plane, when I put it into a sharp turn, it did not recover by itself. But with this system installed, it would recover just as if it had a whole lot of dihedral. What we've also got connected, of course, is this box here. And this is the AP117 on-screen display box. And what that does is it overlays the video which comes from your camera. Your video from your camera comes along, goes in here, and then comes back out. And when it comes out, it has things like an artificial horizon, your speed indicator, your altitude, your direction, a whole lot of really cool stuff that you want to know about. And it's overlaid on the video that comes from your camera. Now, you can see that in your goggles or on your little screen you use. Connected to that, of course, is this. This is the current sensor, which goes between your LiPos and your flight motor. It will tell you how much current your motor is drawing, and it also keeps kind of a track of how much should be left in the battery. So it'll tell you how many milliamps you've drawn out of your battery, which means if you've got a 4,000 milliamp battery and you've drawn 3,000 milliamps, there should be 1,000 milliamps left, and it'll be time to head for home. So that's basically it. Of course, we have the GPS here, tiny little GPS. It also has a barometric sensor on there for altitude hold, because this system will enable you to set an altitude and stay there without having to worry about tweaking around the elevator yourself. So it means your plane becomes much easier to fly, and all you have to do is worry about where you're going, not how high you are or anything else. And the real benefit of this, though, to me, the benefit of this is that if you fly out of range, or if you enable a switch on your transmitter, or if you have your failsafe set, then when it senses that you want to return to base, this little unit here, in conjunction with the GPS, will turn your model around and fly it straight back to where you launched it from. It will then circle at 120 metre radius over your head until you decide to land it manually. That's very clever, because if you don't have that capability, then FPV can be quite tricky. Even the simple act of putting your goggles on becomes difficult because you have to leave the plane to fly itself for a moment. With this system, you can put your transmitter on the ground, put your goggles on, then pick up your transmitter and resume flying normally. Same goes if you want to land and you're not confident about landing with your goggles on. You can set it into circle overhead mode, put the transmitter down, take your goggles off, then catch a view of it with your eyes and land as you normally would. So this is a really, really valuable part of your FPV setup. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take all this stuff, all these wires and bits and pieces, and we're going to try and squeeze them in to the Hobby King FPV EPP plane. Now, there's not a lot of space in there, as I've mentioned previously, so it's going to take a bit of work to get all this squeezed into there. But that's what I'll be doing, and I'll be putting the video up on this channel, hopefully in the next day or so. So, the next step in the FPV is all this stuff here. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss the next video, it's probably going to be the most exciting. So, thanks for watching, see you again on the RC Model Reviews YouTube channel.